the Jonthan Career Development DECA Group. Today we're going to be meeting with Jonthan Green from the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center.
Did you attend college or university, and then if you did, what major, degree, and where to go?
I did have some college at CTech in Newark, Ohio, although it was basically just a 2-year electronics program with some college credit. I did electronics as a career for a few years, but I decided it just wasn't what I really liked, and I wanted to do something different. One of the things that came along was a chance to work at Ohio State. I took that, and shortly thereafter, I learned about the opportunities that they had in supply chain. So after 9 months in my first job, I went and I switched over and did a supply chain, and I've been there now since September 2007.
Our next question is, what is your current job, like your current job title right now?
I'm currently a supervisor or a manager 1 at Ohio State. I supervise the Outpatient Care New Albany Medical Office Building as well as the Outpatient Care East Medical Office Building. And we just make sure that our distribution of supplies and anything that's coming in from FedEx, UPS are properly received and delivered. And we also take care of the medical supplies that are needed for all the clinical patients, which is kind of a separate part of the operation.
Would you say that the current career that you're in right now, is your dream job?
I think my dream job would be teaching supply chain. I think I would really enjoy doing that. And I think an opportunity will come along at some point with all these new employees. But I've had so much fun doing this for all these years, and I have new hires coming in throughout the system. And the one thing that I've liked about having new people come through is it gives me an opportunity to train somebody else and then watch them grow and get promoted throughout the system. And I've had multiple people work for me and go on and get just amazing jobs within supply chain. And it starts with my team, so I think that's really cool.
Who or what influenced you on your career decision after high school?
I had an aunt that wanted me to get some extra education, and she was very adamant about that, and she wanted me to find something that I could do, and that was electronics, which turned out not to be what I really wanted, but she did give me some drive and some push that helped me along the way. And I've always been a driven person, but somebody gives me a little push and then I'm going to be really driven.
Yeah.
This one you kind of already talked about, but it's like, what are the steps that you had to take to obtain your current job, and then was that like easy, or like if you have any more to say about that?
I started at a time when supply chain was very, very small. I was the 4th supply coordinator for the James Cancer Hospital at a time when the campus was a lot smaller, and we knew growth was on the horizon. But that team now of 4 is now over 30, and there just, for a while, there wasn't a whole lot of professional growth opportunities within supply chain, simply because it was such a small operation. But as these outpatient buildings has opened, as they've opened up new hospitals, there's been a lot more opportunities for growth. So realistically, most of my career growth has happened in the last 10 years.
Our next question, you already kind of touched on it with your aunt, but it's more about, like, did you feel like you were pushed into going to college or pressured in any way by family or peers?
No, I was told I needed to have a direction. And as a high school kid, sometimes you don't always have that direction, or really know, okay, you got this whole world in front of you. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go with it? And so I think it's really nice when a family member or a friend or somebody steps up and kind of, nudges you along and say, this is what you need to do, because they can kind of look ahead from their own past experience and see what helped them.
Did you take a loan out for your learning experience after high school? And then if so, are you still paying it off?
No, never had to. Never had to.
This one you kind of already said, but it's just, did you have a specific career path in mind when, like, going out of high school?
I thought I did, but I did it and I gave it a chance. I gave it 5.5, 6 years, and it just wasn't for me. And rather than, waste my entire career time doing something that I didn't really love, I wanted to find something that I would enjoy. And this job is fun. Like we mentioned in the presentation, it's something different every day, and it keeps you engaged. and honestly, there's a lot of good people there at Ohio State that motivate you, that keep you going, and you see the patients that come in the door and that go out, and we're there for them. Ultimately, if it's not for that patient that needs the care, and that patient could be your mother, it could be your aunt, it could be your brother, it could be a friend. Those are people that all need taken care of. We all need medical care at one point or another, and so it's a job with a bit of nobility to it as well. I'll say that.
Our final question is, what advice would you give to a student who's thinking about their learning experience after high school or career path?
Consult with other people that you can get good advice from. I think, like my aunt, if you can get someone who can explore and explain their experience, I think that really can help you to kind of think, okay, might be the direction I want to go. And the good thing is, like for my instance, if you don't like the first direction you take, you can always veer off and change directions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We appreciate
You're
you
welcome.
talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.